Hi everybody, this is Vickie from Green Sewing and Vacuum, and boy, I feel like it's been a long time since I've talked to you. It's about a month because we of course didn't do anything live on Thanksgiving, so have lots to show you. Raina and I both have been pumping things out. A lot of the things that I'm showing you are actually going to be gifts for friends and family that I've made. So some of them are real quick and simple, so that should be kind of fun. Hopefully it will inspire you to do some fun stuff too. So I'm going to start with what's in the chair here first so I can have my chair. Raina provided me with a couple of things that she had done. So this is a real cute flannel pillow that she did. Some fun flannel, gnome flannel that we have with this great plaid flange that she put on. With this, she said it was kind of an odd shaped form. What it was is she repurposed a form from a pillow that she had at home. So there you go. If you don't like something that you've got on your sofa, cover it. There you go. So just really super cute on that one. And then she did a yellow brick road for someone in the family, and did it like the one that I had shown, I believe it was the last time we got together, where I put the Cuddle on the back. And by doing that, you have those 4 blocks left over. So she took the 4 blocks and stitched them together. So this is our flannel that we are carrying, and it's in the reds, blacks, and grays is what she basically went with. And so she took those 4 blocks, put them together. Since they were 9-inch finished, we're ending up with an 18-inch pillow form. And then she put this great gray Cuddle on the back. I mean, this stuff is perfect for pillows. It's just so awesome. Just did an envelope back on that. And just a great way to do something with those 4 leftover blocks. So the recipient of this, I think, is going to be very happy. So, okay, so now we got stuff. I have a pile of stuff here to show you because I have been busy. So I'm going to start with, I'll just go ahead and start with this right here. Some of you already know about the Kimberbell Curated Home for the Holidays. This is one of their CDs that came out earlier this year. Has some great designs on the back. And I did the mug rug, which they have this in 2 sizes. So I did this one up, and you actually have an option when you're doing this of making it either naughty or nice. And so this one actually said nice. I guess I was in a good mood that day. But this is some of their leather, and it's stitched up beautifully. I really like how it worked out. So, so this is from Kimberbell. And then I've got, I'll go here. These are a couple of things. I've had these trays at home for some time. They've been in my sewing room, gosh, probably a good 3 years. And this year I decided finally to do something with them. So I just went ahead in my machine and I sized the inner for the length and the width of the inside bottom. And I made just like little trivet type things or liners. This and the other design that I'm going to show you and the other one I did, these are from Embroidery Library. And I think Tina's going to go ahead and post the design numbers on these. So there's this one and then the candy canes. And they stitched up very quickly. And so these are a couple of gifts that I've made for people on my Christmas list. And these would be great for hostess gifts too. You could put like maybe homemade cookies, or you could put a candle in here. You could probably, this one is big enough, you could probably even put like a bottle of wine at an angle and then pack some cheeses and stuff like that around it. But they'd make great hostess gifts. And not real expensive, and both of these designs stitched out very quickly. All one color, so basically once I got my size set in the machine and I dropped in the design, I could walk away from this one and work on something on the sewing machine. So there's that, and then this is another thing that I had sitting around for some time. These are those decorated blocks. Oh, and I forget what the name of them is. I've actually, here again, I've had these up in my sewing room for quite some time. It might be a little difficult to see the snowflake design that's in there, but this was again, a design from Embroidery Library. I downloaded 3 of them. There was a snowflake, a reindeer, and a tree. And then I took some of the OESD lights that we have. I took some in white and some in the color, and these will flash. So off, now you can see the design a little bit better, I think. It's not quite so glary, but you can make it strobe or a slow flash or a steady on. And real easy to do. I just hooked, there's a ribbon on the snowflake, hooked it onto the lights, the battery pack. I put a bow around the block itself, and the battery just tucks, whoops, the battery just tucks up inside there, and the switch for the on-off is right there. And so just something real cute to put on a mantle, and just a little flashing and kind of fun. So I've got a few of those finished up this week too, so I've been kind of busy. So then another thing that I wanted to try, this was my year for experimenting and with things that I've been wanting to do for a while. I bought this tray earlier in the year. It's been, again, sitting around in my sewing room, and it's a metal tray. So I did an embroidery. This is an OESD, and it is called Christmas Time by Lori Whitlock, and it has some great designs. So I stitched this out, and then I measured, there's a ridge in the middle of this tray, and so I measured that width and length, and then rounded the corners like they had. I used my Creative Geared circle rulers and rounded the corners, and then I used Mod Podge to adhere this. And you have to put it on the tray first, then I spread this on it, and then coated it, let it dry for about 15-20 minutes, put another coat. And so I think I ended up putting, it was like 4 coats on here, as I recall. I will tell you that learn from my mistakes by doing such a dense design with this holly up in the corner. You can probably see I've got a little bit of a bubble right here that I couldn't get out with the Mod Podge. So it was basically, it was a learning experience, but you know, that's why I do this, is so that maybe you guys will learn from my mistakes and you know what not to do. But I have been wanting to attempt to put a design on metal, and so I did this. So gosh, you could put, you probably recall or have seen where they've put it on they've put designs on the bottom of a clear plate. I've done that years ago. I might do that again at some point in time, because that's kind of fun too. But this, you could take even like a finished piece of wood, put some handles on it, maybe give it a brushing of paint, and then put the Mod Podge design on top of that. So it's real easy to do, just something else to do with your embroidery, so that it's not always a pillow or a quilt or a wall hanging, something like that. Just a real fun, you know, item that something else you can do. So then I did this great, one of the OESD holiday celebrations from 2021, which was the warm and cozy mug rugs. Some of you have this design. You came in and got it. It's got mug rugs and mug wraps in it. And so I made 4 of the mug rugs as a gift. So here's the snowman. I think he turned out really cute. And they do that wonderful envelope back, which makes it so easy to turn. And then We've got joy, love, and cookies. You know, I love those cookies. These were all fun. And basically, I just used scraps what I had at home. I mean, we've all got pieces small of gingerbread house. They did the background in a red, and I decided I wanted my sky to be blue. So I changed it. See? Rebel. Yeah, right. So we got our gingerbread house and then a cup of cocoa. And so just real fun. They didn't take long to stitch out at all, and just real quick, wonderful gifts. I mean, again, these would make beautiful hostess gifts too. Like you could take the tray, put some cookies on it, deliver it, or maybe even boxes of hot chocolate and some mugs and stuff. Really fun stuff. So, don't trip over the chair. All right. My hairdresser doesn't usually watch these videos, so I think I'm okay. Her birthday is in December, and of course Christmas. So, and she loves turquoise. So I made a 14-inch pillow for her, just using the built-in snowflake designs that are in the Solaris. Just put the water-soluble topper on those and used the Cuddle. I forget what this color is called, but I call it turquoise. I don't remember what it is, but that's okay. And then I had to contact her. What's your middle initial or what's your middle name, so that I could get her monogram right. And so I put her monogram. This is an 18-inch pillow. And again, I just did envelope backs on these. I used a cotton, which kept it simple. Oh, this hat is hot. Whew. So sorry about that, guys. That hat's hot. But anyway, a hot hat. So just did a monogram on that for her. And then, as I said, that her birthday is in December. So I also, this is that same time. Ooh, it's from Designs by Baby Moon. Time, I can't remember, but it's a little zipper bag. Tina's looking to see if we can find, I forget what it's called. Time
to Shine.
Oh, Time to Shine is the design, and it's a lined zipper bag, totally lined zipper bag. And all I did is I skipped the printing that says Time to Shine, and I put Jackie's name on it, my hairdresser. So those are for her.
That's peacock.
Oh, that's peacock. That color is peacock, Tina says. So I type it all out and then I forget what it is. So, oh well. And then I made 2 of these pillows. One here, one's at home. I saw a plaid snowflake on Pinterest and said, I want to do that. So there's my plaid snowflake. And I don't know who on the list is going to get these 2 pillows. Then again, they may just sit at my house for a while. So I don't know. But I did the flange. And of course, just again, the envelope back makes it real quick. But I really like it. Of course, I love this plaid. This green and red plaid is really cool. And I think it worked out super in this snowflake. That one. And then we had this new Cuddle come in. I think I showed this the last time, but I made a pillow. And this is that green, that same plaid. But I just took the Cuddle. This is the pickup. I just think it's called pickup.
It's called...
Tina's going to look for me.
All right.
Because, like I said, I can't remember. Can't remember anything. Getting old. But just really fun. There's different trucks on here. Of course, I just kind of did a fussy cut.
Tree pickup.
Tree pickup. Okay, that's a tough one. So, of course, I did a fussy cut on the red pickup because, you know, I'm kind of into that red pickup stuff. Dad says he has enough red pickup, so I don't know that he's going to get this or not. So now when he watches this, he's going to say, huh? But actually what's going to happen is this is going to stay at the shop for a little while. Most of this stuff is going home with me because it is gifts. But since this is not spoken for, this will stay here for a while. But I think it turned out really cute. And, oh, I love this. This is Santa bags from Embroidery Garden. And there it is embroidered. It's done in the hoop. It's she has it done in cotton. I had seen it online done out of Cuddle. So I did it in Cuddle. We've got the scarlet and then the snow white. So there's the flap. I did it's only one-sided Cuddle and then a regular cotton for lining. I did do a cotton for the strap. This is the largest of the 5 that come in the on the CD. I will tell you, I probably would not attempt to make this any too much smaller, especially out of the Cuddle. Out of cotton would probably be fine, but out of the Cuddle, it gets a little thick up in this area, so you have to really watch your machine at that point. Also, the pattern does include this brass belt buckle in here. Again, because I wanted to make my changes. I can't leave it the way it is. I did, instead of doing cotton, this is the Kimberbell black leather. So I used that, and then I used a Sallie tomato nickel belt buckle, and then matching rectangle rings up at the top. So I just think the black leather looked a lot better than just fabric would have. I will tell you that when you're stitching this down, you really need to kind of watch it. It's not one of those things where you can just stick it on there or tape it and walk away, because the nap on that Cuddle drags that belt buckle down, that belt down. So you really need to pay attention to where it's stitching. But the directions were wonderful on putting this on and putting it together. Like I said, though, just with the Cuddle thickness up in here and with the strap handles and like that was kind of a little testy to get through all that stuff. But I thought it turned out really cute and then I lined it with this really fun red and white fabric that we've got here. But just a cute little holiday bag. I mean, wouldn't that just be cute to go out and I got my little Santa bag. So that's from Embroidery Garden. If all this stuff stays and doesn't fall over, it'll be a miracle. So real quick, I just have to show some new ones that came in, and then I'll show the rest of it. And I haven't gotten these made because we've only had them in here a short time. This is called Gingerbread Lane from Emily Scott Designs. And so just really cute. I can't wait to get this made. I think it's going to be just adorable. It's got a little gingerbread dog, a little gingerbread man house, a gingerbread kitty, and then the holly in the center. And I'm trying to see here. The finished size is 18 inches round, so kind of fun. And I could just see like a candle in the middle of it would be really cute. But I think that's real cute. And then, we've got, this is from Patchabilities, and they're now doing some embroidery designs. So I picked up a couple of them. Again, haven't had time to get them stitched out. But what I liked about them is I was able to get them. There was an option of including the hanger and the little goodies that are used on it, the little accent on them. You could either get them with or without. I got it with. I don't want to be running around trying to find that stuff or to try and make something else work. So this one is packages, and you can see that the hanger in there is the tree, and then these little white right here, those are the tags that are hanging on the gifts that you could personalize. And so just really cute. And it's on a CD that's inside. Or excuse me, she says a USB. I haven't opened it, so, but I think that's really cute. And then the other one from them is called Winter Cardinal. I thought this was so pretty. And again, the hanger is included, and These are the buttons that are put on around the branches of snow, which I think that's really cute. So eventually we'll get these made and hanging in the shop. So I was really happy to see that they're now doing embroidery designs, because for those of you that know me, you know I don't care for applique, and this would be way too fiddly for me to do. So, but doing it as an applique on my, or doing it as an embroidery, awesome. I'm thrilled. Love it. Can't wait to get those made. So then, this is something that I had been wanting to do for a while. I've had this CD for quite some time called Quilt Trails. And it's got barns, which is a little difficult to see, barns with barn quilts on them. And I'd been wanting to do it and wanting to do it. And then I was kind of poking around the shop one day looking for another project. Yeah, like I need another one. But I did. I took it. We had this great fabric that has barns with barn quilts on it. So I decided, I used the book that's called Table-tastics, and it's got a lot of different table runners in it. And this one actually, I'll see if I back up, it actually looks a little bit like a window, because you've got the, I don't know what you call those, but it just kind of looks like a window frame around it. But then I did the barns. There's one of them. And these are applique embroidery. So there's one barn. There's another barn. And, of course, I can't see. And another barn. And the fourth barn. Now, this was funny because as this was sitting on my cutting table at the house, my dad walks in the house and he says, "Where's that going?" And I said, "To the shop." And he said, "Well, maybe." And I said, "No, it will, Dad." So Dad wants these barns. So I've now been told that he wants barns. So, but he's not getting that one. That one's going to be here at the shop. So, and now we had, just today, we had some new Cuddles come in. So I want to show you those because they're really awesome. And I have to do this and hope this pile doesn't fall over. So the first one is, this one is called Christmas Signs. So we can see this. One thing is this stuff is not light, but it's got all these old-fashioned signs on it. So the red truck, Christmas trees, Merry Christmas, all kinds of fun. The reindeer and the sleigh. I can't see anymore. But so anyway, just some really beautiful, beautiful designs on this. I just love this piece. So stay. And then this one is called 'Tis the Season. And it's got, let's see if I can zero that in. There's a wagon, an old-fashioned wagon and Christmas tree, and again, another pickup truck. What am I missing?
Snowman.
There's a snowman. Okay, little snowman, and I think that might be, oh no, there's another tractor, I think. Anyway, but really cool, really, really cool. And heavy. Okay. And then this is one of the new pieces that they've come out with. It's called Galaxy. And this is the cream. And it's a cream color with shades of tan in it. You have to see it. It is just gorgeous. It's kind of hard to get the lighting, but it's mottled with a lot of, it's kind of a real soft beige and then little darker bits of brown in there. And, whew, get my workout. And then this one is called Evergreen. So very Christmas green. It's beautiful with the both the signs, the Christmas signs, and the 'Tis the Season. And we've got other pieces that this would go very well with also. So love that. Whew, man, those are heavy. All right, and then our friend here from the shop, Mary Beth made it. She makes these beautiful seam rippers that she's brought in, but she brought in, this is going to be difficult for you to see. I have a pair on. She made these earrings, and we've got, this one has buttons, scissors, needle and thread, snowflakes, and a sewing machine. And I think we've got one other over there on the table because I took one of the sewing related ones away to put the snowflakes up. I'm wearing the snowflakes and they're just beautiful. She makes these. She lives here in Medford and they're just gorgeous. I think they are so cool. So, and they're only $10 a pair. I mean, what a great Christmas gift for someone, one of your sewing friends. I think these are so pretty. So you need to pop in to see these. Okay, now on to the last thing, because this is what I'm going to be doing a demo on tonight. I ordered this easy mitered placemat pattern from Karen Montgomery, the quilt company, designed by Karen Montgomery. And it's very easy to do. It's a $2.50 pattern. And out of basically 2 fat quarters, you get 1 placemat. I changed things up a little bit when I did it. This is the first one that I made. I had been watching a video from by Annie. Of course, she's the soft and stable lady. And she had shown some placemats that she'd done where she used, instead of a batting, she used soft and stable. So that's what I wanted to try with this. So instead of batting in here, there is soft and stable. So I quilted the Santa fabric to the soft and stable and then made according to the directions. I did, well, I'll show you when I get to the second one that I did. But this is just using a full center of fabric, which you can see if you've got a really cool focal piece or if you had a border print, something like that, you could easily do some really fun stuff in here. So while I was making this one, and again, like I said, I just used the soft and stable instead of a batting inside. And so this one is, I decided to do some embroidery. So I used again, the OESD, but this was the warm and cozy embroidery. And it has lots of different holiday embroidery designs on it. And so I chose actually, which one is it? Cookies, well, it's right here, hello. I don't know why I make things difficult. Cookies, the Cookie Baking Crew. And so I went ahead and embroidered and then added the second piece of fabric to it and did my quilting on the embroidery machine. So now I'm going to, where am I? What direction?
Greens.
I'm in greens, I think. Okay, you have seen this foot before. I've done a video once before on this, but I'm going to show you again how easy this foot is to use. This is the quilt binding foot from Baby Lock. And what it has, this is my foot and my hot little hand here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of a ridge right here. And that's what the fold of the binding rests against. So you're in center needle position, and it will offset the stitching so that it catches your binding. So in this instance, you sew miter these corners, flip it, you have a 1/2 inch that you press under all the way around. And now when I stitch this down, that ridge is going to ride against that, and it's going to stitch just to the side of it. It does just like a perfect 1/8 inch stitch all the way around. I will tell you that I cheated a little bit because I love Wonder Tape. And I took Wonder Tape, strips of Wonder Tape, and just put little short strips of Wonder Tape underneath, and then stripped it off and pressed it so that it would hold this in place. I don't have to use pins, which would distort, and you'd end up with kind of little bloops in there. And think it just ended up that it just remains right where you want it to be. So now, okay, I'm gonna sit down. It's time to show you. So I have gone to, as I said, I'm just using a center stitch length, or stitch width, and I have lengthened my stitch length to about a 3.5. That's generally what I use when I'm doing like top stitching. So I think, one thing I didn't tell you is that there is on the toe of this foot, there's a little tiny mark in there. And that's just to help you guide where that fold is going to be. So you kind of keep an eyeball on that. So I just get that lined up. So I've got that. It's riding right along that. So now I just want to keep an eye on that dot. It's riding right along, keeping a nice even feed. Now, when I get down here to the corner, I want to slow down because, of course, my foot, I'm going to lose my guide, but I want to go to my stitching and stop with that needle down, turn, and it's lined up again, right with that little lineup mark there. And it just zips right along. And that Wonder Tape, as I said, it just keeps it nice and in place, so I haven't had to pin. The fabric's not warping on me. It's fitting just fine all the way down. I'm just watching that little dot just to kind of make sure it stays in place. I'm coming on to the corner, slow down until it gets right in that seam, turn, lines up perfectly. But this foot just makes it so easy and quick. And for a placemat, you really wouldn't want to do hand on it anyway because it's going to get washed so much. And when I had watched the video by Annie, she showed a placemat that she had done that was with binding and one that was with her soft and stable that she had washed. And the one with the soft and stable, it just turned out perfect. The one that was out of batting, it was just all loose and kind of wobbly. And the one with the soft and stable just was it was nice and rigid, and it didn't lose any of its shape. It just looked really good. Looked like it was brand new. So we're just coming up on the fourth corner here. And like I said, you just watch that little dot. And then slow down till you hit that seam and turn. And then I generally just over stitch where I started at about a half an inch. Instead of back tacking, I just run over and cut. And so I fit, oh.
I moved it so you can stay sitting down.
So you can see right here, I mean, it's perfect. It has just stitched perfectly all the way around. It just made it so simple. And of course, putting that Wonder Tape in there too really helped it. And what I did with the Wonder Tape, because I found that, here we go, here I am. So I found when I put the Wonder Tape on the first one that I had done, that I needed to press it because it, I don't know if in the weather or whatever, but it wasn't wanting to stick real well. So what I did on this one is I put the Wonder Tape, left the paper on, pressed it so the Wonder Tape stuck to the binding side, and then I peeled the paper off and laid it nice and flat and pressed it again so it stuck the Wonder Tape to the placemat, and therefore, like I said, no pinning was involved at all. And so, oops, upside down. Okay. So anyway, just a real quick placemat pattern, and I mean, awesome foot. This is great. I don't usually kind of get, I mean, I like to go with oddball feet, but this was not one that I would have generally said, oh, I have to have it. This is really a cool foot. So, especially for that type of binding application. So anyway, I hope I gave everybody maybe some real quick gifts that they can do for the holidays. If you're looking for someone or something where you just want something quick, maybe go, oh, I saw something maybe Vickie did, and you can try that. Like I said, experiment with those, with your embroidery designs and the things. Look at them in a new application. It doesn't have to be on a table runner. It doesn't have to be a quilt. It doesn't have to be a pillow. Try and look outside the box and see what else you could do with it. So anyway, I will be back in a couple of weeks. I don't remember what that date is, but I'll be back. And so I'm not sure what I'm, the what?
23rd.
Oh, the 23rd. So it'll be right before Christmas. So who knows what I'm going to have to show you, or if I'm still going to be even sane, because I still have things on my Christmas list to do. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you got something out of it. And I've missed you guys. Everybody, have a Merry Christmas. Be safe. And we'll see you later. Thank you. Bye.